is the video assistant referee. For France, Hugo Lloris can become the first captain ever to lift the World Cup twice. Tayo Upamecano is fully recovered and reclaims his place from Konate in the back four. Varane is fine. Adrien Rabiot, who also missed the semi-final, reclaims his place from Youssouf Fofana. Messrs Griezmann and Mbappe both scored in the last World Cup final. Olivier Giroud is another of 5 in this side, who also started the equivalent game in Moscow 4.5 years ago. It is the same 11 that started the quarter-final here against England. Mbappe, 11.5 years, Messi's junior, his clubmate. He already has the medal. 2 days shy of his 24th birthday, Kylian Mbappe could have 2 of them. Argentina's number 10, Maradona, Messi, each in his turn near supernaturally great. Maradona won the World Cup. The complete utopian narrative demands of Messi that he also wins the World Cup. High noon on a sizzling summer's day in Buenos Aires. 4 o'clock on a chill Parisian Sunday afternoon. Nightfall in Doha. The final of the 22nd World Cup. France again, or Argentina at last. Each for the right to a 3rd star on their national jersey. Bundles of romance around it, yes. But Alan, what is the nuts and bolts reality of this football match?
Well, I suppose you would argue that Argentina are under a little bit more pressure. They've got the bulk of their supporters here. Obviously, France are World Cup winners, holders of this competition. They've been there, seen it, done it. For Argentina, there's so much expectation to bring that trophy home for Lionel Messi. Can they live up to the occasion?
Argentina beginning the World Cup final with a back four. They have altered through the competition, indeed within games. That is the first foul by Tchouaméni. At the back of Alexis McAllister. Argentina's 6th final, they have won 2 of 5 so far. France's 4th World Cup final, they have won 2 of 3. France didn't even qualify in 1990 and 1994, now 4 finals in 7 editions since. The years spanning the millennium, they have been the world's preeminent force. That is a foul on Adrien Rabiot.
Yeah, De Paul's playing on this right-hand side. Di Maria actually on the other. Didn't disguise that too well, De Paul, but I thought Angel Di Maria might come over onto the other flank. He might well do at some stage to try and find some space. You know, Mbappe doesn't track back. Messi drifting onto that side as well. It could be a potent weapon for them.
Ousmane Dembele let it roll out. Nicked on for Messi. And spread adroitly by Messi for Di Maria. And Di Maria can loft it in. Nudged clear by Rabiot, taken up by De Paul. Messi. De Paul. Scooped up towards Alvarez, who was offside.
He should be full of it, shouldn't he, Alvarez? After his goals. Just went a little too early. They held the line well, France there.
Lionel Scaloni arrived here as the youngest coach at the World Cup. Worth recalling, though, that Cesar Luis Menotti was younger still than him, only 39 when he first won it for Argentina in 1978. Left a challenge at the back of Messi, and a stern look from Szymon Marciniak at Upamecano.
Well, the opportunity was there that he couldn't resist. Upamecano just leave a little bit on Lionel Messi.
Pelé won the World Cup 3 times as a player, Zagallo twice as a player, once as a coach. Didier Deschamps can keep their company if he wins here, once as a player, and he hopes today, second time as a coach. Understated, never flashy when he played. But boy, he gets it, and boy, he gets it done. Spread by Romero, delightfully taken by Di Maria, on by Tagliafico and then by McAllister. Di Maria, what do you make of his selection ahead of Paredes?
Well, he started the tournament well, and then he dropped away, but big games, big names, and he's certainly one of those.
Mbappe, Rabiot. Hernandez has gifted it back to Messi, and now De Paul. Drifting it again towards Di Maria, seen by Koundé. Has assistance from Dembele and Griezmann. That's a thick touch. Alvarez. What a pop! McAllister got plenty on it.
Right start from Argentina, not the best defending from Griezmann, but they've had plenty of the ball in the attacking third, Argentina.
Mbappe. Hernandez, whose brother, don't forget, started the World Cup in that position. He replaced him just 10 minutes into the tournament. And his knee gave way in the concession of that shock early goal against Australia. Feels like a memory now from a distant and different lifetime. Varane. Hernandez rolled off it by Messi, who's penalised.
Coming round on the blind side, Messi. His chance to try and nick it. Good enough strike from Alexis McAllister, who's had a good tournament, growing all the time in an Argentina shirt.
Upamecano selected ahead of Konate. That would have been a conundrum for Didier Deschamps as well. Griezmann always plays his 74th consecutive French game. Chouameni, he of the sparkling goal against England. Foul on Rabiot. Varane. Out wide towards Hernandez. Made by Molina, collected by Upamecano. Gathered then by Fernandez. Sifted through by Messi. Moved on now by McAllister. Taken up at pace by Di Maria. Face to face with Dembele. McAllister. Fernandez. Nicked by Griezmann, one back for Alvarez. Now Angel Di Maria. Di Maria's cutback has reached Rodrigo De Paul. De Paul strikes! The deflection from Varane flies wide.
Well, they've been sharper in all areas of the pitch in these opening minutes, Argentina. That Molina run just gives De Paul a little bit of space and time to get his shot away, and that could have gone anywhere.
A pretty imposing start from Argentina. Who own the stadium for numbers, noise and colour. Phenomenal support. Here is their phenomenal player. Messi to the near post, away comfortably by Griezmann. Recycled by De Paul. Messi again. Teased Griezmann, who again isn't having it. Now De Paul. Up into the air by Rabiot. Alvarez competing. Lloris couldn't gather. The referee has intervened, and France have a clearing free kick.
I'll talk about forced onto the back foot here, France. They're finding Argentina sharp, hungry opponents. Lloris comes and just gets locked off. Romero actually gets pushed into the keeper. Might be winded here.
Lloris, of course, one of those who is a veteran of the last World Cup final. It's his 36th birthday a week tomorrow, Boxing Day. And he may be in action for his club, but he received one in the midriff there from his club mate. Romero. Tomorrow morning they'll be friends again.
Upamecano, though, shoved Romero into Lloris. You would imagine it's just winded, he needs a few minutes. This stoppage won't unduly hurt France. They need to just have a little chat, settle down, find the rhythm.
It is on behalf of Didier Deschamps for Hugo Lloris, a 20th World Cup appearance. He's gone past Manuel Neuer. That is a new goalkeeping record. And he has air back in his lungs.
I don't think he's too happy with that challenge, Lloris, but if he saw what we did, Romero was fairly innocent.
It's not, of course, the only clash of club mates in this game. The other is, or one of the others, is Mbappe and Messi. It's a good win by Giroud, up by Tagliafico, up in the air by Rabiot, moved on by Griezmann. Stepping in is Romero, who's lost it momentarily to Griezmann. De Paul is there to tidy up, as is his wont. Fernandes.
Such a willing runner. Yes. He'll do that all day down the channels. The target to his teammates.
Fernandes. De Paul. Messi. He's seen his friend Di Maria again. Di Maria. Importantly seen by Tchouaméni. Di Maria again. De Paul. Messi. And there's charged down Alvarez, handled.
Well, if Argentina can switch the ball quickly to Di Maria, as they've been trying to do, and he gets a one-on-one against Jules Koundé, France might have problems there.
Varane. Griezmann. Koundé. Dembele has picked his way through. Ousmane Dembele. Theo Hernandez. Kylian Mbappe, where he likes it. Mbappe, that's sweet. Rabiot. Good protection for Martinez.
The way he plays those 1-2s at times, it's almost impossible to stop. Get themselves in the gap, in the space quickly. Molina blocks his man off.
Alvarez, instead Rabiot, taken back by Alvarez, shifted very quickly on by McAllister. Sharp ball movement from Argentina. Sharp feet from Di Maria. And here now is Lionel Messi, cut out by Koundé, chased up by Tagliafico. It's Di Maria who's offside.
Well, the alarm bells are ringing for France, aren't they? The way this Argentina team have started, the way they're putting the passes together. Di Maria once again featuring out on that left-hand side.
Now Di Maria started all three of the group games, was unavailable for the first knockout round against Australia, and since then, until now, had played just a few minutes right at the end of the extra time period in that crazy game against the Netherlands. Griezmann dispossessed. Alvarez to Paul. McAllister.
France have got to pick up the pace of this game. Again, second best. Too slow.
Argentina, visibly the lion's share.
Yeah. And a lot of it in advanced areas. Asking plenty of questions. Difficult to get the ball up to Olivier Giroud. For France, they're trying to block the pathway.
Hernandez caught on it by De Paul, and here is Messi, and here's Rodrigo De Paul, Lionel Messi, Angel Di Maria. It bobbled up in front of him.
Well, that's the way it's been for France in these early stages, just not at the races. They get away with it once more. Tricky one to take.
Well, recalling again that wonderful game between these two nations in Kazan 4 years ago. Angel Di Maria scored one of the most decorative goals of that superb match. Benjamin Pavard, you might recall, with a simply wondrous half volley. He's on the bench for France today, scored another. Varane, Dembele for France, who are still to settle. Rabiot. Hernandez. Mbappe. Dembele's exchange with Koundé. Dembele's cross is blocked at source by McAllister.
You never quite know whether you're going to get an end product off Dembele. Can look so threatening. Not always effective with that final pass.
Hernandez getting it back from Mbappe. And tumbling under challenge from De Paul as he sought to penetrate the penalty area. And France have a free kick.
Yeah, De Paul quite obviously has got this job shifting over to the right-hand side, trying to help with Mbappe.
Hero's challenge wasn't especially pretty either. By this time in Moscow 4 years back, France had taken a lead courtesy of Mario Mandzukić's own goal. And here in Doha is their first window of genuine opportunity.
Well, they've got some height, they've got some power, France here.
Floated in by Griezmann. And attacked at full velocity by Olivier Giroud.
He's climbed over Angel Di Maria, I think it is. Desperate to get his head on the ball.
Well, that is a beautiful image of a part of the centre-forward's art. Magnificent aerial strength. Whether or not in the end it was deemed a foul by the Polish referee. Minutes in, France yet to have an attempt on target. Fernandes, Messi. Molina outside of him. De Paul. Fernandes. Going through for Di Maria, touched on by Alvarez. Di Maria away from Koundé. He's gone to ground, he's got a penalty. Dembele had a little flick. Di Maria went tumbling. And Argentina eye the first massive opportunity of the night.
Well, he's looked lively from the start. Does he clip his heels here? Perhaps just making Di Maria trip up. I don't think VAR are going to overturn this. He's looked so dangerous on these one-on-ones. I said Koundé might be in trouble, but Dembele was even in more bother there. Has to stop the Argentine.
Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Goal in the last 16. Penalty in the quarter-final. Penalty in the semi-final. Messi and the world. A breath, a heartbeat, and Messi! A goal forevermore. Perhaps his moment for infinity. As if predestined.
Well, they deserve it, don't they? By far the better team so far. And I'm not sure anybody in this stadium thought he was going to miss this. Talk about a cool head. France have not come to the party yet. They've hardly kicked a ball in anger and they find themselves a goal down. but a long, long way to go here.
Whatever the outcome, he has had at least his moment. He and they, tens of thousands of them, millions of them, over the parks and squares and bars and cafes of Buenos Aires. His 12th World Cup goal, and that draws him level with Pelé, and his 6th goal of this tournament, which has him at the front of the race for the Golden Boot. Messi 6, Mbappe 5, Alvarez and Giroud 4. Mbappe, his turn perhaps. Moved out for Alvarez.
Well, that should certainly wake up France. Argentina came out with much more purpose, aggression, getting to the ball quicker. France just couldn't match them. Pushed onto the back foot from the first minute.
France's 4th World Cup final, and the first time they have trailed. Reminder that Messi has that goal tally, having also missed a penalty against Poland in the group stage. Di Maria's full of mischief, but he's lost the ball. Giroud.
Yeah, Romero just a little over anxious to get his toe on the ball there.
Antoine Griezmann, again, one of the players of the tournament, in charge of a dead ball for France. Omnipresent. And mightily gifted. He'll get another go. A few little subplots developing on the edge of the penalty area.
Yeah, ref's got to keep his eyes peeled in those situations. A short, awkward little dink this for Griezmann. Catch him.
In by Griezmann towards Giroud, out by Romero, chased up by Hernandez. A pretty hefty collision and an urgent signal from the referee that medical attention is required. Hernandez and Messi.
Hernandez caught it in the stomach, but Messi caught it with his head. That's why there was the urgency from the ref. He's okay.
Argentina failed to score in their last 2 World Cup finals. Beaten in extra time in Rio de Janeiro 8 years ago, back in 1990, beaten by a penalty 5 minutes from time from Andy Bremer in Rome. That's their first World Cup final goal since Jorge Burruchaga in the Azteca in 1986. A 3-2 winner against West Germany. Fernandes. Messi has drifted wide. Wants to take on Hernandez. He'll happily cash it in for a corner.
Yeah, he had to wait for the ref's permission to come on, and he just stepped onto the pitch. He didn't go any further, so found himself in a bit of space.
In by Messi. Out, I think, by Giroud from the near post. And now Messi is offside.
Much better corner, this one, from the earlier one. Giroud doing his job.
He's had a super tournament too, as oddly he did 4 years ago. I say oddly because as France's centre-forward he failed to score a goal in Russia. That hasn't been the case here. And by Koundé, Dembele, snatched back by McAllister. Fernandes made himself time, and Molina once more can advance from full-back. Alvarez and Messi. Once more Di Maria is wide. Messi picks his way through the middle. McAllister, now Di Maria. Slightly clubbed it, unusually.
Yeah, he did. Saw the good one of Alvarez, tried to pick him out. But we are yet to see a reaction from France to that goal.
Tchouaméni, Giroud, Mbappé.
Got a nice firm grip on things at the moment, Argentina.
You're bound to observe, Alan, returning to one of the early conversational points, that the selection of Di Maria right now by Scaloni looks inspired.
It does, yeah, it does. Really sharp.
Ball exchanging with Messi. And Messi again. McAllister, Messi. Full pirouette. He's asked a lot of Di Maria. And Di Maria has come up with a very clever answer. Fernandes. McAllister, Alvarez. Scythed wildly.
They just look inspired, though, Argentina. Bit between the teeth. So sharp. Contrast at the moment, France looking lethargic.
Messi. Upamecano got enough of it for now, but it's coming back. Fernandes, Alvarez, Fernandes, De Paul. Koundé watchfully out, Dembele further clear, but it's coming back again. Right now, Argentina have France where they want them.
As well as I've seen them play this first half an hour or so, Argentina. Was a good tackle. Upamecano had to be.
Recalling too that he gave them the lead from the penalty spot when first they played on this ground back on the 22nd of November against Saudi Arabia. And we all recall what happened thereafter. Twisted forward by Rabiot. Enough on Romero's header. 9 of the last 10 teams to score first in the World Cup final have gone on to win it. Exception, France, who were one up courtesy of a Zidane penalty in Berlin in 2006. You may recall Zidane didn't complete that game. In this game, France have yet to have an attempt on goal.
No, just not got going, and they're struggling to get a foot on the ball, to find any rhythm at all.
Messi, super pass. Di Maria, Messi, scratched out by Koundé. So Fernandes, he has been one of the unsung stars of this tournament for sure.
Yeah, only young, but more than willing to take responsibility. Loose from Romero.
Fernandes, Mbappe away from Romero, but there's Fernandes. That's a large part of the job he does. That's a fire he put out before it began to rage. Messi.
Oh, lovely.
Delightful. Alvarez, here's McAllister. Di Maria is the spare man. Angel Di Maria, glorious goal. Argentine gold. That is just beautiful.
One of the goals of the tournament in terms of teamwork. No surprise that Lionel Messi's involved. What about that for a little two-touch? And afterwards, you knew McAllister had seen his man. You knew he was aware of where Di Maria was, and you knew Di Maria was going to finish it. That's exquisite. And there seemed an inevitability about this. They've just been too much for France. The French can't cope with it. They cannot cope. Absolutely brilliant.
Angel Di Maria, who scored the goal which made them continental champions last year at the expense of Brazil, has come up with another iconic Argentine moment. Tears. He blinks back the moment. And France have yet to land a punch. And France are on the canvas. Have they what it takes to bounce off the canvas, bounce off the ropes, and make this final a contest?
Well, the good news is there's still a large portion of this match to go, but they've got to double their efforts. They've certainly got to sharpen up France in every department of the pitch. It's been a huge shock to see Argentina this superior. I think we all came into this game expecting a really tight, even contest. It's been so one-sided so far.
McAllister downed by Koundé. Hernandez, Griezmann, Mbappe. It's a really good, firm, clear, fair challenge from Romero. And Messi's turning on halfway. Two-goal deficit in the World Cup final has not been overturned since 1954, West Germany and Hungary. Varane, Koundé, Griezmann. France just cannot progress. To Paul.
Almost toying with the French, aren't they? Argentina teasing them.
And I dearly hope, wherever you are in the world, that you are getting a flavour for the mood here, that you're getting a taste of the colour, because in an Argentine-dominated stadium, it is quite something. And France are about to make a couple of changes. That is the extent of the emergency. He's got in hard.
Yeah, nobody can keep Di Maria quiet at the moment. He's absolutely flying. This is quite something, this double substitution, isn't it? Decisive management from Deschamps.
He is taking off Giroud, he is taking off Dembele. He is replacing them with Marcus Thuram, and also the guy who came off the bench and scored with his first touch in the semi-final, Randall Kolo Muani.
Well, it means Kylian Mbappe moving into the middle. That'll play on
and
the
this
left.
is a special family moment, because there is his dad, Lilian, who until very recently held the French caps record. And they become, potentially, well, they become, in the first instance, the first father and son each to play in a World Cup final. And Marcus will hope that they become the first father and son to win a World Cup final. Lilian was part of the French triumph against Croatia in 1998. He also played in 2006 when the French were beaten on penalties. There have been great father and son combinations, of course, Maldini's and Schmeichel's and Blint's, but the Thuram's have a very, very special story to tell.
Well, they need a bit more aggression, but they've got to be smart about it. Kolo Muani scored with his first touch, didn't he? Against Morocco. Thuram did well when he came on in that match on the left. They had to change it, really. I didn't expect it to happen in the first half.
Fernandez, what a wonderful ball. And here's Di Maria. And they stayed with him. Kolo Muani is caught on it. Tagliafico can't get there. Well, the point is, Alan, they can't yet get Mbappe properly in the game. Of the outfield players, he has touched the ball the fewest times, Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, well, he'll be hoping for a bit more joy through the middle. They got the measure of Giroud, Otamendi, Romero. They were physical, they were tight. Obviously, it's a different story with the pace of Mbappe. You've got to be careful that he doesn't turn them.
Chouameni. Rabiot.
have to give credit to Scaloni, the Argentina coach, for the way he set up his team, but even he wouldn't have thought France would be as passive as they have been.
Hernandez, Mbappe, sliding through him was Romero.
Got to be careful, Romero, with those. His discipline has been pretty good in this tournament, but there are times when he overcommits.
Koundé. Colomwani. Fernandez back by Rabiot. Messi in his own time.
Joyful to watch. Not for the
Molina.
French.
Seven minutes added on at the end of the first half.
Yeah, we had that injury to Hugo Lloris, banging the ribs. I think Deschamps will want to be desperate to get his players in that dressing room. Maybe some strong words said.
Tagliafico's ball forward. Di Maria felt he was unreasonably balked by Jules Koundé. Referee was happy enough. Di Maria, who won the penalty with which Lionel Messi established the Argentine lead and then scored the goal that doubled that lead. Pinch him, he's dreaming. Here's Hernandez. Upamecano. Section as ever from Fernandez, but it's come to Mbappe. Thuram.
I think first and foremost, France have got to start scrapping and winning those kind of loose balls. Stud showing, that's why it goes against Hernandez. But I think they realise, the French, that first and foremost, try and win your individual battles. Take it from there, and then you can start trying to play a bit of football.
Messi. Alvarez after it, Varane away. Molina. Taken away by Rabiot, allowed to roll by Mbappe, but read without fuss by Romero. Di Maria couldn't plot a route around Colomwani.
Just got to be careful where he tries to take on his man. He was in his own half there.
Moani is a tall, rangy, leggy player. Not easily bypassed. Thuram. Koundé. Varane. There's McAllister. Brought up by Moani.
Yeah, the subs have made a little bit of a difference for Deschamps' team.
Side his loyal lieutenant there, Guy Stéphane. French strategic pair who've had many, many more good days than bad, but whose strategy here, for whatever reason, over the first 40 minutes plus, has been simply overwhelmed by what Argentina have brought to the big day. And now they have something to cling to.
Yeah, it's been the complete performance, first 45 from Argentina. The fluidity of the play with the ball, it's been the best yet in this tournament from them. Before it was in glimpses, little snatches, Messi bringing things alive. But, excellent team performance right through this side.
Moani to hurdle the fullback. So Mendy said something out of turn there. But the pull is also in the referee's ear. But it is Fernandez on the ground who is going to see the yellow card.
Yeah, Moani has given them a bit more to think about over on that side compared to Dembele.
Well, now, these are going to be borrowed seconds at the end of the first half, during which, once Fernandez has digested that yellow card, which, on the face of it, he's finding pretty indigestible.
He's just trying to waste time there, actually. But I think he did a whole lot wrong.
These are borrowed seconds, during which Scaloni will feel anxiety. Driven in by Griezmann, just too heavily for Varane, who was last to arrive. Half-time, and Argentina have a hand on it. They have the players who have played. Messi is one of them. He converted a penalty midway through the half after Dembele fouled Di Maria. And Di Maria himself finished the most sumptuous team move to double that advantage on 36 minutes. And Argentina are halfway there at half-time in the 2022 World Cup final. It is Argentina 2, France 0. The hand of history is on Argentine shoulders, particularly on the broad shoulders of Lionel Messi, who established the lead, came up with a sumptuous touch in the lead up to the moment when Angel Di Maria made it 2. It would be perhaps remiss of us not to enter the second half without referring, at least in passing, to our knowledge that there has been sickness in the French camp this week, and quite a lot of it. But here is Alvarez and De Paul. Alvarez, Fernandez, and out came Lloris, promptly and necessarily.
No, I think it's fair to mention that, Peter, the virus, because they have looked so lethargic, France, so far behind Argentina in their reactions. Look at that. And that might well be the reason for them coming so far behind their opponents tonight so far. And after going a goal down, you didn't see any reaction, did you? That might be a pointer.
France have been pale, and perhaps that is how genuinely they feel. But you only get one crack at a World Cup final every 4 years, and from somewhere they've got to find energy. There is relatively recent history of a French comeback from this sort of situation. Nations League tie in Belgium in October of last year. They were 2-0 down at half-time and they won it 3-2. Benzema, Mbappe and actually Theo Hernandez in stoppage time against what was then, though they've had a grim tournament here, of course, highly esteemed Belgian side. Only once in all of their World Cup history, though, have Argentina let slip a 2-goal lead, and that was 9 days ago against the Netherlands. It got through on a penalty shootout.
Yeah, that was extraordinary. The Netherlands went route one, didn't they, as a means to get back into it.
Deschamps with a problem and a half. 103 caps as a player. This is 139th game as a coach. The 242nd time he has gone into battle for France. Nobody can say that he doesn't and hasn't done all he can do on behalf of his nation. Lina, on by Messi, uplift by Varane, here by Lloris. Tagliafico is tight. Colomuani, he's tight again. Di Maria is helping him out. Koundé comes up with the ball. Griezmann beaten to it by Romero. Sifted through by Messi. Taken up by Di Maria, and set for De Paul!
Well, the challenge for Argentina coming out for the second half is to maintain the same intensity to their play, same tempo, and you can see they're intent on doing just that.
Mbappe, perhaps he is going to have to get a grip on this game all by himself. It just might need some solo brilliance. Molina. Arno lengthens his stride. Fabio.
Could have been some goal from De Paul. This kind of situation, I think it does suit Argentina. They'll take the time from the restarts. If there's a foul, they'll stay down. They'll try and deny France any kind of rhythm.
Tagliafico. Oh, Otamendi got into trouble. Mbappe could make him pay. Fernandes, excellent. It is a corner. And if France get one, the mood changes. And they attack in this second half towards the great majority of tricolour flags. And Griezmann delivers, and Martinez gathers.
He's hardly had anything to do, Martinez. Hardly anything. He'll almost be glad of that catch.
Di Maria from the other side. Rolled up for Messi. And now De Paul. It's a very good stop by Hernandez, but it is an Argentina throw.
Kind of thing there, just taking the time. No rush to take this throw in.
Yeah, that'll do nicely.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a long, long way back for France, but you're right, Peter. If they can get the next goal, the dynamics can flip on the head.
Everything Argentina do now, they do in a substantially more measured way. Time ticks. Time ticks towards Buenos Aires ticker tape. Pace from Messi, out again by Griezmann. Are there psychological traps? What are the problems, if there are problems, for Argentina? I hear people talk of 2-0 being an awful lead. Makes me laugh, Alan. You'd rather be 2-0 up than 2-0 down, but
yes,
are there traps?
The way they've been out there so far, their body language, their attitude, it looks pretty secure to me. They look confident, don't they, in this situation, in their own skins. Complacency is the only enemy, maybe, and a mistake like that.
By Koundé, Griezmann. From French perspective, it is just a case of finding a way to get their teeth into it. Rabiot. For them to this point, it has just been blurred. Tchouaméni. Hernandez. Tchouaméni. Off comfortably by De Paul. It's caught by Rabiot's lunge.
He's really enjoying himself out there, Rodrigo De Paul. He's been as effective as I've seen him in this tournament.
He goes into the book.
Yeah, when your leg gets trapped between an opponent's two legs, that can be nasty. That was just took his eye off the ball, Martinez there.
The last time Argentina won the World Cup in 1986, they did have a 2-goal lead, and they lost it. So Luis Brown and Jorge Valdano established that advantage. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge and Rudi Völler, two of the great German strikers, erased it, but then Jorge Burruchaga won it in the last 5 or 6 minutes for Argentina in Mexico. 2-goal lead they have at the moment. Doesn't feel remotely fragile, but football does strange things.
You'll have to drag him off the pitch, kicking and screaming. He will not want to depart the scene.
He's one of those who has started every game. Actually was withdrawn in both the quarter-final and the semi-final midway through the second half. But he has been a core part of the effort. Messi's bodyguard, they call him.
Yeah, I mean, he gives it his all and then tank runs dry when his number comes up.
By McAllister, met by Koundé. By Tagliafico.
It's building blocks for France. Try and play a little bit of football. It might not end with an opportunity, but got to start from the bottom here. Build the confidence too.
Koundé, clear of Di Maria, against McAllister. Di Maria's given it back. Colomouani. Challenge from Tagliafico. Koundé's throw. Colomouani. Varane carried by Alvarez. Mbappe just can't get his motor started. To Paul, caught again. He brings it back and does award a free kick.
A little nibble there, Mbappe, bit of frustration maybe. He's dropping deep to try and get hold of the ball, turn, have a go at his opponents.
Towards Di Maria, sorted out by Koundé, taken back by Tagliafico, and Di Maria can run at them, and Alvarez can take it up. Julian Alvarez saw just a shaft of light at the near post of Lloris.
Yeah, would have hit the side net in this, but he does well to draw a save out of Lloris. Good power on it.
Upamecano coming up towards the hour mark.
They went early, Mbappe.
Tagliafico, cleanly won. Di Maria forcing Koundé back, tying him in knots. Di Maria allowed to run! And the little fellow was tiptoeing in behind.
Two players diving in at Messi's feet here desperately. And that's what it was. Good challenge from Rabiot in the end. But that move started with Tagliafico getting in quick, winning the ball. No real sign of France being able to compete on that level.
Argentina are preparing their first change. Immediate concern is Raphael Varane for France. After a collision there with Alvarez and indeed with his own man, Tchouaméni.
Yeah, awkward fall on the base of the back.
And he is still feeling the small of his back, Rafa Varane. Two-thirds of the way through the fairy tale. Well, that is what it would be. The World Cup final in which Messi scored and Argentina won. And look at the extent to which Argentina, based on those numbers, have dominated.
Incredible, isn't it? Team featuring Kylian Mbappe. Drawing a blank so far.
Here's Griezmann. Hernandez, and away by Romero. Tchouaméni. Varane. Alemani left behind. McAllister, all industry. Messi, all craft. Alvarez. McAllister's getting there, Lloris got there first.
Looked like a shove in the back. Upamecano.
Thuram twisting. Griezmann stopped by Tagliafico.
Look like they're all set for the third here. There will be more chances like this.
Griezmann on by Rabiot. Mbappe. Rabiot. Tchouaméni. Koundé. Out by Otamendi. And the referee's assistant indicates that anyway, it had crossed the byline.
Yeah, Upamecano just doing enough not to give away the penalty.
Their territory. And now their first change. Angel Di Maria has done an hour and a little bit more, and the damage he has done during that hour and a little bit more may be sufficient for Argentina to become the champions of the world. No wonder the embraces are heartfelt, loving and appreciative.
Yeah,
Marcos Acuna is on in his stead.
Yeah, and you can't blame Scaloni for making a defensive move. That's what it is.
And here is that additional defender. Cunha, who's been playing at left-back, is actually starting ahead of Tagliafico on the left side. McAllister. Here's Acuna. Messi drops a shoulder, wiggles a hip, goes for the return. Tchouaméni is there to sweep up with Lloris's help. And Koundé is charged down. Tchouaméni, Griezmann. 25 minutes for France to find from nowhere truthfully, in the context of the game, it would be from nowhere a way back into the World Cup final.
Yeah. I mean,
by Upamecano, out by Molina.
if they have been affected by the virus that, say, swept through the camp, and it's affected a lot of their players, the French players, you have to feel for them. It's taken away their ability to compete.
Griezmann with perhaps the most dangerous ball that's been played into the Argentine box. Koundé, out by Tagliafico, brought away by Acuna. Run back by Kolo Muani. Cleared by McAllister. France, extraordinarily, have yet legitimately to touch the ball in Argentina's penalty area.
That's mad, isn't it? Mad.
Griezmann. Hernandez. Scythed behind by Otamendi from in front of Thuram.
Couple of dangerous balls into the box from out on that left-hand side.
Griezmann to take. A quarter of the final to play. Slung in by Antoine Griezmann. And nudged wide. By Kolo Muani.
Didn't quite catch it.
Two more French changes. Two more players of adventure and enterprise. Camavinga and Coman.
Well, energy levels for France have definitely been a problem, so understandable that Deschamps wants to use that bench.
Griezmann. Tagliafico. Brought away by Koundé. Nice little touch from Thuram. Kolo Muani. Fernandez handled. France wanted to make their changes then. At least the staff did. The players wanted to get on with it. Hernandez plays it in. Romero clatters it clear. Alvarez seeks to pounce, but Tchouaméni has it back for Les Bleus. Paul has sat down on it, got up with it and progressed, and Messi wants to give it him back.
Hasn't quite got the pace to get on the end of that, but another example of his industry, his desire, De Paul's. Mbappe's gone back out to the left, through the middle. Mbappe trying desperately to find some way to get into this game.
By Hernandez, up by Molina, and by Romero. There's Tchouaméni. Possibly the best spell this France have had. Mbappe conjuring a bit now, driving through and firing high.
Well, a couple of touches in the box. It's an effort on goal. To start.
And so here come those changes for Hernandez and Griezmann. The game is up. And this has all the hallmarks of kitchen sink football, have-a-go football. It's what France require. It's a gambler's throw of the dice. Coman. Suarez had it. McAllister's enjoying having it. Acuna. McAllister. Messi. At walking pace. Messi. Fernandes.
To a man, Argentina, they've been superb. I can't think of one player that's been below par out there, and it doesn't often happen where everybody puts in at least an 8 out of 10. At least.
Fernandes, of course, scored a beauty from just about that blade of grass against Mexico way back. Chouameni. Varane. Kolomuani. Chouameni. Mbappe on the twist. Tagliafico's leaving nothing to chance. Have used 4 of their 5 changes now. Deschamps may look behind him one more time and try and pick an ace, a trump card out from somewhere.
How many times have they done that? Romero's been superb. The anticipation has been excellent, nipping in front of players. Another of those instances where they'll stay down as long as they can.
It's hard to know what the French can do next. Everything he has done today is promising to turn to gold. And they were there. They are there. They have made a tortuous journey because direct travel from Buenos Aires from Argentina has been nigh on impossible. Some of the indirect plane journeys a lot of those Argentines have made have bordered on the illogically ridiculous. But they found the way. Mbappe around Fernandes. But not the immaculate Romero. To Paul. Sifted through towards Alvarez. Who's held up by Upamecano. To Paul. Came down for Coman. Coman escaped the clutches of Alvarez. And we tick into the final 15 minutes and Varane's pass has gone astray.
Well, from this angle and distance, it's difficult to see a comeback. But Argentina have been bitten before, haven't they, against the Netherlands?
Well, unless Didier Deschamps turns round and asks Wout Weghorst to warm up, it's hard to see where he can go. by Otamendi. Here is Camavinga from left back. Thuram from left wing.
Kingsley Coman on this near side's really struggling.
Tchouaméni. All too comfortable for Molina. Messi. Off goes the hard-running De Paul. Messi. De Paul's been upended.
Oh, footwork from Messi, though, as well on that far touchline. Heard the shriek of pain from up here.
Rodrigo De Paul has needed a robust pair of shin pads today.
Yeah, he just gets caught above the knee there, Kingsley Coman, and he is struggling to shake it off.
Messi. De Paul. McAllister. Fernandes. Messi. De Paul.
Messi wanted it cut back.
McAllister. Fernandes. De Paul. Argentina now with a bit of a strut, a bit of a swagger. They are starting to toy with a nation which has the look of outgoing world champions.
Yeah, certainly no sign of Argentina loosening their grip on this match. They can see the big prize.
Kempes of 78, luxuriating in the lead of 2022. Over the top by Mbappe, chased by Kolo Muani. And Kolo Muani has got into the box, he's got a penalty! He's got it way back for France! Otamendi had a tug. So hold on, just hold on.
Very similar, actually, to the one on Di Maria. A little tangle of legs in there, just there. And again, VAR aren't going to overrule the ref here. And France, well, they've got a squeak of a chance they convert this one.
Well, Griezmann is off the field, so there is a conversation about who takes it. I suspect a short one. His name is Kylian. Messi has had his say from that very spot. Now Kylian Mbappe.
He likes to go for top corners, you saw on that graphic. What will he do here?
Mbappe, compelled, obliged. France just might. Mbappe with thrust. A president on his feet. A superstar re-enlivened. A nation re-infused with hope.
Yeah,
just maybe.
Sheer power did for Emi Martinez there. We'd almost written the France team off here. Almost.
And here is a test of Argentine nerve. They were on the cusp of strut and swagger. They were ticking towards the last 10 minutes. They had a hand on the trophy. They still have a lead, but it is slender, it is vulnerable.
All of a sudden, Scaloni looks anxious down in that technical area. What have France got left?
Slung forward by Upamecano. Out by Otamendi. These 10 minutes will last a lifetime for Argentina. Messi. Can't keep it from Coman, and Coman can go the other way. Rabiot. Mbappe. Thuram. Mbappe! Oh, wow! He is an awesome force of nature! Brutal and brilliant. It's 2 each in the World Cup final.
Wow, when you want your top man, your superstar, to come to the fore, Kylian Mbappe does exactly that. When it comes to him, I think, no, don't volley it from there. Take a touch or two. But such is the confidence of this player, even when he's hardly had a sniff. What about that for a connection? What a volley, what a moment in this World Cup final. Incredible.
"97 seconds between Mbappe's penalty and his ferocious volley. And Deschamps is living a new life. There's how it is to be French now.
Well,
Messi 6 World Cup goals, Mbappe 7. There's your golden boot.
this World Cup continues to throw up shocks, big-time shocks.
So now what? Now we are 7 minutes from extra time. Tagliafico. To Paul. Alvarez. Acuna. Fernandez. Out off Upamecano. Down again by Romero. Away by Camavinga. Chased up by Otamendi.
Oh, trying to release Mbappe there. That would have been interesting against Romero.
Alvarez. Messi. Surrounded. And here goes Thuram. Marcus Thuram on the march. Mbappe, Colomboani.
This match has turned on its head. Argentina will be feeling totally deflated, as if they've thrown it away. France will be feeling they can nick it now.
What on earth has become of that French virus? They look healthy now, prime of life and loving it. Football, the world game, the world's most illogically glorious game. Sometimes it is just plain ridiculous. Maurice Thuram. Varane. Koundé away from Acuna. Moani fouled by a riled Otamendi.
Didier Deschamps must have almost given it up. It was precious little sign. The French comeback. Precious little.
Flung in by Mbappe, up in the air off McAllister. Up got Thuram. Rabiot. Oh, he's got him! Oh, the free kick's been given the other way. Yellow card, one assumes, for perceived acrobatics. Simulation against Thuram.
Thuram not complaining too much. Maybe tried his luck. The ref was in a good spot, it seemed. I mean, if there's no contact there, it's a brilliant spot by the ref, and he initiates the contact. It's a good call, that from the ref, a good call.
And a yellow card for Marcus Thuram, who may have felt, as his boss did for a split second, that he had earned a penalty via which Mbappe could win the World Cup with a hat-trick goal. Clash of heads. Rabiot with Alvarez.
Just when you thought it was going to be a quiet day for Mbappe, he does this. Have the confidence to take that on. And space in front of him, he could have taken a touch, got closer to Martinez, but no, I'll have that, thank you.
First player to score twice in a final since Ronaldo in 2002. He's up to 35 international goals now. He has, of course, scored in 2 successive World Cup finals. It's his birthday on Tuesday. Should be a good one. And he's only 24. He did score 2 goals against Argentina in Kazan in the last 16 at the last World Cup. They will be glad to see the back of him, if ever indeed they do.
Yeah, it's worse when you don't know the collision is coming, as Rabiot didn't. You're not prepared for it.
Re-energised. French have refound their collective voice. In fairness, Argentina and their supporters have never lost theirs. Varane.
What a crunching coming together that was.
In by Rabiot. Mbappe, Coman. Koundé. We go into 8 minutes of stoppage time. Koundé, Coman. Brought down by Alvarez, back by Upamecano, cushioned by Thuram, back by Mbappe, flags up.
Well, it's France now looking the more likely. Incredibly.
Scaloni, a face of shock, bemusement, puzzlement. It was barely theirs. Fernandez. Away by Koundé, chased up by Tagliafico. Acuna. Tagliafico won't have the legs to reach that.
Argentina must be wondering what on earth they did wrong. His team were cruising, they were looking comfortable. Then a run by Moani, attracting the challenge. And all of a sudden, it's a totally different story.
France, 2 attempts on goal, 2 goals. That's the game. Thuram. Free kick, France. Mbappe's stage. Varane advanced. Rabiot advanced. Upamecano advanced. In by Mbappe. Down by De Paul. Now it is Argentina who look weary.
Yeah, they've got to try and recover psychologically, haven't they? They look shell-shocked.
De Paul. Bullied off it by Camavinga. Here's Mbappe. Explosive. Kylian Mbappe. Oh, it's deflected up and over.
Well, the alarm bells were ringing there for Argentina once this lad's got the ball at his feet. Might just have been on target and troubling Martinez.
Coman takes. Martinez comes. Romani. Camavinga. Coman. He's got round the back here, Kingsley Coman. He's been upended. Camavinga. Rabiot!
Good use of the advantage by the referee. I mean, it was outside the box. Certainly not a penalty.
De Paul. Fernandez. Messi from wide. Molina beyond him. Argentina's throw. 4 minutes of stoppage time played. 4 minutes still to play.
Gonna have to have a word with the bench here, is he? More than a word.
Yeah, Giroud spoken out of turn. Well, a card that won't matter much. Told he actually entered the field of play, which is the reason for the formal caution. Here's Messi. Out by Camavinga. Off goes Mbappe. He's rolled it in here for Moani. He's chased his own ball. Moani.
Oh,
Chaos.
chaos. That's what Mbappe does to you.
He is a bringer of chaos. Messi. Acuna. Marcus Acuna. Nicolas Tagliafico. Adeptly read by Rabiot. Side over by Tagliafico. Thuram's header. Here goes McAllister. Alvarez. To Paul. Messi. Lionel Messi! Oh! What a reach by Lloris.
It's not in the corner, but there was more than enough power on it. Might have just moved in the air a touch as well.
Into the 53rd and final minute of the second half of the 2022 World Cup final.
Now would be a good time to score.
In by Messi. Out for Coman, who would gladly, I think, have played on then, actually.
Yeah. The ref played a good advantage, didn't he? A minute or two ago. Could have done with that happening there.
Yellow card for Acuna, and we're seconds away from extra time. Coman. Kingsley Coman to try and lift one in. Messi. Alvarez can have a run. Julian Alvarez. Lionel Messi.
We knew De Paul was in space there, just couldn't get it to him.
Well, the script was seemingly written, the die was seemingly cast. It was going to be Messi's World Cup final, but Mbappe ripped up that script and contends that instead it can be his. Mbappe's penalty after 80 minutes, and then Mbappe's sensational volley to equalise very shortly thereafter. And there will be more. Argentina had led through Messi's penalty, through Di Maria's equally sublime strike, but that was one half. The last 10 minutes of the second have changed the dynamic altogether, and who knows who will be the world champions of 2022. At the end of 90 minutes plus, it's Argentina 2, France 2, and extra time follows. And there are changes. An Argentine change at right full back. Oh well, Molina has given way to Gonzalo Montiel. That is one we've seen before. There must be a moment. At some point, there has to be the defining moment. Argentina seemed to have established what that would be. But Kylian Mbappe has torn it up and started all over again. And you wonder whether within themselves, Argentina have it to start all over again, win it for a second time.
Yeah, that's the mental hurdle they've got to clamber over. It felt that they've thrown it away, so close to touching that trophy. Now it seems a distance away. It was France with the momentum last 10 minutes of the 90.
And it is the second time in the competition that Argentina have led 2-0 and been dragged by late goals into an additional period. Didn't need Wout Weghorst after all. Just needed Kylian Mbappe. Here's Montiel, first touch at right full-back, having replaced Molina.
You have to give Didier Deschamps credit as well for the substitutions he made before half-time. Kolo Muani coming on, Marcus Thuram. They both played the parts, haven't they? Kingsley Coman in the second half did too.
Messi, the Paul, Fernandes. Spread for Acuna. And rattle back in by McAllister.
Yeah, Varane with the really good clearance. Never looks nervous, never looks hassled, Mbappe. As if it's a kickabout down the park.
Fico, McAllister, even went and fed to Paul. One more is Messi, one more is Montiel. Messi sought to wriggle himself.
Camavinga slipped over but recovered. Draw the foul.
By Thuram, watchfully out by Otamendi.
It was a tightrope, these extra times, isn't it? How much to push it, how hard you go for a winner. Risking leaving yourselves open at the back.
One back by Kolo Muani. Back in turn by Fernandes. Koundé took the hit from Acuna.
He's not the biggest, Acuna, but jumped into his man rather than jumping for the ball.
So Fofana is going to come on here in place of Adrien Rabiot. You'll recall that Fofana played the semi-final in Rabiot's enforced absence through illness. So it is a role which, in high-stakes circumstances, he has been able to rehearse. Camavinga.
Good substitution, he's got so much energy as well as quality, Camavinga. Seen that for Real Madrid on many occasions.
And I'm informed that actually was a concussion substitution after Rabiot took that hit to the head a short time ago. So that does not count as one of France's regular ones, and there's of course an additional one available to Argentina now as well. Mbappe, as well as the additional one they get because we've gone into extra time.
Little bit of space for Mbappe there, and he tried to turn. Oof. Across the top of the boot. Said Romero does overcommit at times, as well as he's played out there tonight.
To Paul, Messi, McAllister, acreage for Acuna, in by Acuna, Messi to Paul, bounces behind.
Still going to Paul.
Rabiot appreciated by those around him. Finished a long journey round the pitch. Mendy. Cunha was caught on it. This is Coman. Squeezed it back for his goalkeeper. Taken away by Thuram, dribbled by Kolo Muani. Then nicked out for McAllister.
Threatening Kolo Muani when he gets the ball, when he drives into the box. That's how he won the penalty. So we got his country back in this contest.
Mbappe. Three of them at him. Actually, he is dispossessed. Alvarez climbed upon by Fofana. Fofana held back by Montiel. And France have a free kick. He's wired.
Yeah, that was physical power, determination, winning the day.
It's going to be Kingsley Coman to take. Messi is Argentina's one-man wall. In by Coman. Upamecano gave it a wallop. Coman's interested again. Messi has come across to do key defending.
Yeah, that wasn't the header he was after. Disappointed he gave away a corner here. Just trying to cushion it, and it span off his head.
Coman once more. Upamecano. Coaxed in by Koundé. Messi's looking to escape. He ran into Tchouaméni. The flag was up. Lautaro Martinez. And Leandro Paredes. Nowhere for Montiel to go. Kolomuani. Tripped in the presence of Fernandez, went in to try and win it back. And here is the double change for Argentina, which sees the removal of both De Paul and Alvarez. Paredes essentially comes on to be De Paul, and Martinez directly to replace Alvarez.
Yeah, another energetic, industrious display from him. Whether Scaloni's starting to think about his best penalty takers as well.
Well, Lautaro Martinez hit the winner against the Netherlands in the shootout. Montiel. That's simply to Fofana. Paredes. Alistair. Paredes. Fernandez. McAllister. Fernandez. Paredes could open up here. Acuna.
Lovely ball into him, wasn't it, by Paredes? Probably that kind of situation isn't Cunha's strong point, but he's trying to drive one across goal.
Lautaro Martinez. Fernandez. McAllister. Acuna. Tagliafico. Messi. Leo Messi. McAllister. Messi. Martinez. What a block! Montiel! Up and over by Varane.
Well, we've hardly seen Lionel Messi for the past 20 minutes or so. All of a sudden he bursts into life. Martinez thinks he's got a great chance of scoring, but for Upamecano. What a block from the Frenchman. That is a slightly easier one for Varane.
Messi's corner. He's glanced at his watch. We're into the seconds added on at the end of the first period of extra time. Acuna shaped into the path of Lautaro Martinez, who is intent. He should at least have a corner. Goal kick given.
Wow. Question perhaps of offside, but oh yeah, it should have been. It's another goal-saving challenge by Upamecano.
Half-time, extra time. Argentina have had the chances. Lautaro Martinez has had the chances. Dayot Upamecano has made a couple of telling blocks, and we remain on edge. It remains Messi 1, Mbappe 2, Di Maria 1, France 2, Argentina 2, and we are 15 minutes from penalties. Well, only 2 World Cup finals have gone to penalties. 1994, the Rose Bowl, Pasadena. Brazil and Italy played out a goalless game. Brazil won 3-2 from the spot. Romario, Branco, Dunga all scored. Baresi, Massaro, and ultimately Roberto Baggio failed. The sad thing about penalties is that somebody fails. Tagliafico. McAllister, Paredes, Messi, Montiel, squeezes it behind, and the other one, 2006, the Olympic Stadium, Berlin. France won, Italy won. Italy won that from the spot, 8 of 9 successfully converted, but David Trezeguet hit the bar, and Fabio Grosso sealed it with Italy's 5th kick. And he is not that far away from concocting his penalty list, and there is David Trezeguet alongside Paul Pogba, the man who fatefully hit the woodwork in Berlin. So do we get a fall guy or do we get a hero? Forward again for Montiel. So Lloris has done well to get a palm on that.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to get a winner, wouldn't it? In extra time, rather than go to pens.
Messi. Element of surprise. Lloris reacted.
He's just working in bursts, Messi, wondering how he's feeling at this moment. Physically, that little deflection makes life harder for Hugo Lloris. He's just working in bursts, Lionel Messi.
Lautaro Martinez, backed by the robust Upamecano. Here's Montiel. Lautaro Martinez, Lionel Messi, Fernandez, Martinez, Messi!
Offside.
Offside flag is up.
Has he given offside?
The referee's given the goal. The referee's given the goal. Magic man from right on the line! An embrace of disbelief! Messi at millimetres!
No offside there. Was it here? No, it's a goal. And that watch on the wrist to the ref does not lie. Lionel Messi perhaps has just scored the winning goal in this World Cup final.
Lionel Messi is conquering his final peak. as if entitled. Tears amid family in front of the whole wide world.
Well, I looked across at the assistant on the far side and he seemed to half raise his flag. That's why I wondered. And then he thought perhaps, well, we'll leave that one to VAR.
Was it written? Can it be? See the tears, feel the emotion. Imagine how it is in Buenos Aires. Imagine how it is in Cordoba and Messi's hometown of Rosario.
Well, it had to be him, didn't it? Here we go. Definitive proof. So tight. The scruffiest finish, really, you could imagine. But one of the most precious goals, perhaps the most precious he will ever score. Yeah, I think we can say that would be number one if they end up lifting the trophy.
Smashed high by Varane. Can France dig themselves out of another hole? Trashed away for Messi to chase. Varane between him and goal. Upamecano helps out. Camavinga. They reach for everything now. McAllister. Acuna. Lautaro Martinez on the twist.
Does well for him. Been out there from the start, up against the substitute. He is shattered.
Konate for Varane is the late French change. There's no more he could have done. Martinez. Acuna. He'll stay there all night long.
Still time for France to fashion something.
Camavinga. He's gone crashing to earth. These are desperate, desperate moments. Card is out. Paredes is its recipient.
He's no stranger to a tackle, that player.
In by Coman. Koundé. Tchouaméni chased by Fernandes. Koundé. Thuram. Corner. Five minutes to play. And a change for Argentina, who throw on in place of McAllister, Herman Petzela, another centre-half. Clinging with all they have to what they have. In by Coman. Out to Mbappe.
Oh, handball.
Shout for handball. He hasn't, has he? He has. Which side of the line?
Oh, it's in.
It has hit Montiel on the arm, and the referee has awarded a penalty. In the 117th minute.
Mbappe, I think there was an appeal, but not a mad appeal, which you would expect at this stage. With the arms up, used it to block the ball. It's almost a natural reflex, but it's hit the elbow.
Kylian Mbappe is on a hat-trick. Moments remain of an epic World Cup final. Mbappe into the galaxy of greats. And France alive again. This is epic and some. Messi 2, Mbappe 3. The first World Cup final hat-trick since Harston 66.
Well, we build it as the Mbappe-Messi show. And so often in those circumstances, the story lies elsewhere. Not tonight. Not tonight. The main men have come to the fore. And we've got deadlock. We've got heartbreak.
It is 3-3, isn't it? And here is Montiel. And there's Messi. Away as far as Paredes. Taken up by Camavinga. Rolled back for Messi. Has he still energy? Has he still inspiration? Has he still the ball? No, he hasn't. Acuna. Martinez. Acuna, corner, Argentina.
Yeah. Koundé making sure his arms were at his side there, although he wasn't in the box. Time yet, perhaps, for another goal.
One of the greatest football matches ever. A minute of it left. Messi plays it in. Koundé plays it out. And 6 goals in the final, by the way, means that these World Cup finals have produced more goals than any ever before. 172. Is there time for one more? France drive. Mbappe drives. In by Mbappe. Kolo Muani!
Oh. Well, he's a tall lad, Colin Mawani, but not quite tall enough here. Really does get up well. The faintest of touches perhaps might have seen the ball creep in that far corner.
And there are 3 minutes to add on. There are changes down beneath us which could have to do with penalties. Axel Disasi has come on for France, I note. Koundé has given way to him. And probably also to take a penalty, Paulo Dybala is waiting to come on for Argentina. He has come on for Argentina. Tagliafico yields his place. Dybala could still impact before penalties. Overcame Konate. Otamendi. Petzela. Otamendi. Acuna. Acuna. Coman tight. On by Dybala. Out by Konate. Up into the air by Paredes. Coaxed forward by Fernandez, coaxed forward by Messi. This is Lautaro Martinez! And the flag is up. Breathe.
He must have known, I think. Martinez. Surely that is that.
Forward by Konate. Kolo Muani! What a stop! What a stop by Martinez. Dybala, they could counter here, Argentina. It's Messi. He has players beyond them. And Messi has rolled it through. And Martinez waits in the middle. Lautaro Martinez wide.
He's panicked, hasn't he, Martinez? He's just... Well, that's pressure. And that is a world-class save. Absolutely magnificent up the other end. He hit it well enough. Lautaro Martinez, wow. It was there for him on a plate.
Tchouaméni. When does this end? Mbappe. Held up by Romero, but not for long. Kylian Mbappe, and still.
Oh. I think he thought about having a shot from a tighter angle, and then thought, no, I'll duck in again. What a dribble. What a game.
Thank you. What can you say but thank you? For surely one of the greatest football matches that has ever been played, encompassing stellar moments from some of the greatest footballers who have ever attempted to play this game. Kylian Mbappe has scored a hat-trick for France, who were out of it. They were done. 10 minutes from time, it was Messi's final. Messi, in extra time, threatened to win it all over again. But now, nobody knows. Argentina 3, France 3, penalties. My. The last big French penalty shootout was at the European Championships last summer, and they lost to Switzerland because Kylian Mbappe failed against Jan Sommer with their final penalty. This time, having twice already scored from the spot, and 3 times in all, having scored, Mbappe steps up first. And Mbappe rattles it in. On his day of no error.
When you hit it that hard, even though the keeper guesses the right way, it's going to be a difficult one. Gets a decent touch on it, but nowhere near enough. Interesting that the 2 top men are going first.
Well, Messi went first against the Netherlands. He went first also in last summer's Copa America shootout in Brasilia against Colombia in the semi-final. And on both occasions he scored. Messi with such immaculate poise.
How do you do that? How do you do this in these circumstances?
Next up is Kingsley Coman. Ear-splitting whistles. Coman. Great stop! Martinez is punching the air again! Massive character, massive moment!
That's twice he's guessed right. With Mbappe, couldn't do much about it. He could with this one. He's a big lad, he's got a long reach.
Well, for Argentina, Paulo Dybala came off the bench with this kick of the ball in mind. Dybala down the middle. Some can barely watch.
Yeah, not easy when you've only been on the pitch a few minutes, as he has. Not an easy situation, that. Heart in mouth, perhaps, hitting it down the middle.
Aurélien Tchouameni has scored one of the goals of this competition against England in the quarter-finals. Martinez is trying to get in his head. He hasn't helped with the return of the ball. He will do what it takes. Not a nail left to be chewed. Tchouameni has dragged it wide! And Argentina are on the cusp.
Easy to say now, but never looked entirely confident waiting for that. He thrives on these situations, Martinez. He really does.
Paredes to take Argentina to match point.
Gets a touch on it, Hugo Lloris. Gets a touch on it. Almost under his body, under the outstretched palm.
And France's margin for error is now 0.
Here we go. He's trying everything there, Motti. He's trying to have a word with his man. Ref pushing him back.
Is this Kolo Muani? Yes, it is. Nowhere to hide. He must. He has.
If in doubt, put your foot through it.
A long, lonely walk for Gonzalo Montiel. Didn't start the game, he can finish it. Montiel. Argentina, champions of the world! Again! At last! And a nation will tango all night long! "36 years since Maradona and Mexico. Here, finally, is a nation's new throng of immortals. Scaloni will be fated. Messi will be sainted. France this time denied, defied.
Messi fell to his knees, Peter, in the centre circle. He couldn't move. He fell to his knees and was surrounded by teammates. Incredible scenes here.
Lionel Messi has conquered his final peak. Lionel Messi has shaken hands with paradise. The little boy from Rosario, Santa Fe, has just pitched up in heaven. He climbs into a galaxy of his own. He has his crowning moments, and of course he is not alone. And one feels for Mbappe, who scored a World Cup final hat-trick and lost. How can that be?
Oh, you always thought that perhaps Argentina's name was on the trophy, that destiny dictated that the little man would lift it after a stellar career. And the fullback delivers the final blow.
Gonzalo Montiel, 25 years old, a boy out of River Plate, making his way in Europe, has ensured that this time South America prevails over Europe. And there's Sergio Aguero, Messi's best mate, a one-time prolific scorer for Argentina, who couldn't watch, but who turned and embraced the moment, as all in Albi Celeste embraced the moment. The greatest player of his age finally has the greatest accolade football can afford him. At the end of one of the greatest football matches ever played.
France, they just looked dead and buried, didn't they, after 79 minutes? You could not see a way back for them. Kolo Muani wins the penalty, and after that, you just couldn't predict what was going to happen next.
Oh, wouldn't you want to be where they're going to be tonight? Partygoers in the extreme. The final score in an extraordinary 2022 World Cup final. Argentina 3, France 3, and Argentina win it on penalties by 4-2.